There we go. Awesome. So welcome. I'm Justin. I'm former head coach at Mesa Rim Reno and the customer experience manager at North City. We just did a walk through that facility. It looks fantastic. We'll be posting some virtual stuff very soon. So if you're interested in any of that, you can follow the Mesa Rim North City Instagram page. They're going to be posting updates pretty frequently, which is it's a really phenomenal facility. It's going to be fantastic, and the expected opening date for that is going to be not until September, but things change. Obviously, the country is in a very challenging time right now, both with a lot of the protesting that's going on and coronavirus and a lot of other things. So I'm not sure how that's going to affect us as a business, but sometime around September to October, we should be expecting to be open. It's a really great facility. So what are we doing today? This is Core Clinic. We meet normally every Tuesday at 6. Thank you guys for showing up. I know this is not the normal time frame, but we bumped it back for that facility tour this week. And then starting next week, we'll be back this same time frame about 6 o'clock on Tuesdays is Core Clinic time. So what are we doing today? Instead of doing the normal setup where we go through about 3 different cycles and then do like a little different challenge type thing for a 4th cycle, like a Planck circuit or something, we're going to be doing something a little bit different today. So we're going to have a 10-minute cycle that we repeat twice. So there'll be 20 minutes straight of core work. So we'll do 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off every minute for 20 minutes. So each minute, there's a different thing that we're doing. So I put it in the chat so you can see what those things are, but you don't need to be looking at those. I'll prompt you. Before we get started, I'll ask folks if there's anything that they want me to demo, that they're not sure what the thing is, and then I'll show you what a quick demo of that looks like. Then once we get started and we're actually doing things, it'll go pretty quickly. But if you have any questions about something, you can always just hit me up in the chat or flag me down with the video, and then I can demo stuff on the fly too, because 30 seconds of rest is a good chunk of time. So we have, for the first 6 minutes, it's all repetition-based things, right? And then for the next 4 minutes, it's all isometric-based things. So being able to hold a position for a set period of time. And the time frame is 30 seconds regardless. So the isometrics, you're just holding for 30 seconds because they're not repetitions. But all those other things are 30 seconds of time. So there's not a set number of reps, which means you can kind of set the intensity at your own level. So if you feel like you can like really crank stuff out, then you can be putting in a higher level of repetitions for each thing. If it's too challenging, then you can dial it back and just try and be consistently moving for the full 30 seconds. So after we get through those 10 minutes, we're going to immediately start back at minute 1. So we'll go straight from hollow body at the end there, immediately back into lemon squeezers, and then we'll repeat all the way through again, and it'll be just 20 straight minutes. Then once we're done, then we're done, and that's it for the day. So we'll see how it goes. I think you guys are used to doing like harder stuff for a little bit longer period of time with slightly shorter rests, but then you get like bigger rest breaks in between. So this is going to be a little bit different in the sense that this is like you don't get like bigger rests in the middle. This is kind of like a longer session, so it's a little bit more endurance core than it is just kind of like, okay, I'm gonna like try super hard and then I get a little bit of a break, right? So that's more like the HIIT stuff that we do on Thursdays. This is gonna be a little bit more like, okay, like how long can my core actually last? For all of these things, if you need something easier, you can just hit me up and I can give you a different variation of that as well. But before we get started, does anybody want me to demo any of these things? You can either let me know, or just by unmuting yourself, or you can throw it in the chat, and then I'm happy to demo any of them for you. We've got, going through that list, lemon squeezers, Russian twist. Okay, cool. We got new folks. So I'm just gonna go through each one like real quick, and then if you have any clarifying questions, you can ask me. But I'm gonna be pretty brief on the form. I'll just kind of show you what it looks like, and then I can remind you as needed as we go through. So I'm gonna move over here real quick so you can see me a little bit better. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I'll go through this list and try and do them like relatively quickly. So first one, lemon squeezer. Lemon squeezer, I'm in the hollow body position. I'm bringing my knees up and into my chest and then back, returning to the hollow body position. That'd be 1 repetition. Russian twist. I'm in this boat position and I'm rotating side to side, rotating my upper body as much as possible. Axe choppers. Axe choppers. My feet are spread out at about like 90 degrees. Arms are above my head. I come all the way back down, explode up, and then I'm going arms on either side of my leg, back down, back up in the middle, and I work my way across. Next one, Opposite body toe touches. So arms above my head. I'm going to come up with both arms and touch my right arm to my left foot, and then my left arm to my right foot, and alternate back and forth. Crunches. Crunches, pretty straightforward. The way I like to do crunches, ankles over the top of each other, hands make fists by your ears. Then you're going to bring your body up and just try and touch those elbows to your quads. Try not to bring your legs too close to you. I kind of did that on the first rep. You want to be initiating from your core and bring your elbows all the way up and meeting your elbows to just touch your quads. Slow bicycles. So in that like hollow body position, again, fist by my ears, opposite elbow to opposite knee. Plank, looking like this. So shoulders stacked directly over my elbows and my wrists, right? So just like this, back is flat, neck is in a nice neutral position, hands are about shoulder width apart. Contralateral plank, same deal, but slightly wider stance with my feet, and then opposite arm and opposite hand come off the ground, right? Hollow body, that same form kind of that you're holding for the lemon squeezers, like this. But if I want to make it more challenging, you just put my hands above my head like that. So again, as we go through, what I'll do, I'll just keep the camera here, and then I can just give you a quick reminder of like, hey, this is what this looks like as we go through, and then you can watch my screen. But the idea is that we're going through 30 seconds of each thing, then 30 seconds of rest, and then you don't have to be looking at the chat or anything. I'll let you know what's coming up, and I can do a quick demo for it too, especially since we've got somebody new with us today. And the goal is to get through the full 20 minutes. If our form is rapidly deteriorating and we're just struggling, even doing a single repetition, try and take a couple minutes off. And then if you need different variations, you can just hit me up in the chat, and then I'll be happy to give those to you. If we get through the full 20 minutes and you guys that have been doing this a lot, Neil and Mike, you're like, nah, that still wasn't too bad, let me know at the end. So that way I can like kind of ramp things up for you next time we do this. So with that in mind, you got any questions? Does that look good? Cool. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Let me get a timer for us. Okay, here we go. Okay, so first one. So again, this is 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. Won't have a chime today. I'm just gonna be doing this one with a stopwatch. So I'll be your chime. I'll count down for you. So first one is lemon squeezers. We're gonna start in about 10 seconds. Again, the lemon squeezer looks like this, okay? These are the lemon squeezers. And it's not a set number of repetitions. It's just whatever you feel comfortable with doing in 30 seconds. You want to maintain a solid pace. Don't burn yourself out in the beginning because 20 minutes is a long time. Okay, we're going to get going here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lemon squeezers. Here we go. So for that lemon squeezer, we're trying to focus on making sure that we're meeting our chest to our knees close in the middle, and then coming all the way down, our legs are getting all the way straight. We're trying not to have our legs or our shoulders touch the ground in between reps. If you need to, if the lemon squeezer is a little bit too challenging, that's okay. But ideally, we're staying in that hollow body position or meeting in the middle for the whole time. 3, 2, 1, 30-second rest. Okay, up next is gonna be Russian twist. So again, the Russian twist where you're holding this like nice boat position, right? And then I'm rotating and touching my opposite hand to my opposite hip, right? So I'm trying to get as much upper body rotation as possible with my feet off the ground. And we're gonna start Russian twist in 10 seconds here. For minute 2 of 20. In 3, 2, 1, boom, here we go, Russian twist, 30 seconds. Awesome, nice work. Remember, we're just trying to pace ourselves too. So try and think of what, I would say you probably want to be at about like 65 to 70% for the whole duration of this, if possible. 3, 2, 1, 30-second rest. Okay, up next, axe choppers. So legs are gonna be at about 90 degrees. Arms directly above your head, coming all the way down, controlling nice and slow, and then exploding up. Try not to throw your arms forward too much. You're trying to initiate from your core. Arms go on either side of your leg. Back down again, and then up into the middle. I gotta scoot forward because I'm like hitting a house plant. And then when I come up on either side of my other leg and I work my way back and forth. Get ready in 3, 2, 1, axe choppers. Here we go, 30 seconds. Awesome, form looks great. So we're thinking explosive on the way up and then nice and controlled on the way down. If you can, it's challenging to do this. Try to keep your legs flat on the ground the whole time and your heels pressed against the ground as well. And then that'll really force you to initiate from your core. 2, 1, 30-second rest. Nice work. Okay, up next, we've got opposite body toe touches. So that looks like I'm down here on the ground, and then I'm coming all the way up with both my arms. Then I'm going to touch my opposite arm to opposite leg. So right arm is going to come up and touch my left leg, come back down. Left arm touches my right leg, and so on, right? So I'm trying to aim to reach my toe. If I'm reaching my ankle or my shin, that's okay. Meeting in the middle. In 3, 2, 1, opposite toe touches. Here we go. Nice job, form looks great. Again, very similar to axe choppers here, where we're trying to explode on the way up and then nice and controlled on the way down. Nice job. Try and keep that opposite leg that's not coming up flat on the ground as well. And I'll give you a little bit of extra challenge. Okay, 3, 2, 1, 30-second rest. Okay, up next, we got crunches. Real straightforward and simple, right? So I'm gonna cross ankles, right? If you don't want to cross your ankles, you can keep them straight, even at the sides like this. I'm gonna make fists next to my ears. I'm not gonna be pulling on my neck. And then I'm going to initiate with my core, right? To bring my elbows up to touch my quads, right? And I'm not holding onto my head at all. Get ready for those in 3, 2, 1, crunches. Here we go, 30 seconds. Nice work. Should feel some like nice pull there in the upper abdominals for these. Halfway done, 15 more seconds. Remember to keep breathing through these. We got quite a ways to go. We're about 5 minutes down. 2, 1, rest. We got about 5 minutes down and 15 to go. Okay, so up next we got slow bicycles. So slow bicycles, again, those fists are by my ears, and then I'm holding this hollow body position, and I'm meeting opposite elbow to opposite knee up in the middle, right? That's too challenging. I can keep my feet on the ground, and I'm just bringing up the opposite leg and keeping my opposite shoulder on the ground as well. Get ready for those in 3, 2, 1, slow bicycles. Here we go. So again, for that harder variation, you're basically keeping your shoulders and legs off for the whole time. For the easier variation, you can keep a leg on the ground as you're reaching to the other one, and a shoulder on the ground as well, instead of having your both shoulders off the ground the whole time. Okay, 10 more seconds here. Form looks good, nice job. 3, 2, 1, 30-second rest. Nice work, 6 down, 14 to go. Okay, so plank is up next. So again, the plank form I'm looking for, we're gonna be doing on our hands. Hands are gonna be about shoulder width apart. Feet are gonna be close together for this one, right? I'm having my shoulders stacked directly over my elbows and my wrists. My head is in a nice neutral position. My hands are fanned out wide, and I'm trying to keep my back flat. Okay? Get ready for that nice straight plank, and remember to breathe in 3, 2, 1, plank. Here we go. 30 seconds of plank. Form looks good. Remember to keep breathing. If at any point in time this gets like a little bit challenging and it's a little gnarly, feel free to take a minute or two off, grab a drink of water, and then come back and recollect yourself. Nice job, looks good. 10 more seconds here. 3, 2, 1, 30-second rest. Nice job. Okay, so Consul lateral plank. Pretty much similar form in terms of like stacking your elbows, your shoulders over your elbows, elbows over your wrists. Hands are fanned out wide. The difference here is I'm gonna have my feet are gonna be at a slightly wider stance, right? And I'm gonna have my opposite arm and opposite leg off the ground. Right arm is gonna go up, left leg is gonna go up. So that's gonna look like this, right? And I'm gonna find the balance and I'm gonna try and stay here the whole time, okay? Get ready in 2, 1, right arm up, left leg up, 30 seconds here. The balance for these is challenging, okay? You find yourself like tapping the ground or trying to like catch your balance, that's normal. These are tricky. Just make sure to keep breathing and try and kind of play around a little bit with where your arm or your leg is in space so that you can be balanced. Nice job, keep breathing, 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, boom, 30-second rest, nice job. Okay, so up next, we got that exact same thing, but on our opposite side. So instead of right arm up, left leg up, we're gonna do left arm up, right leg up. Again, to make this a little bit easier, if you have your feet in that slightly wider stance before you take your arm up and off the ground, then that'll help. And try not to keep your arm totally stationary. Let your arm and your leg move around a little bit and stay in space to help you balance. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Left arm up, right leg up, 30 seconds. Nice job, nice, Mike, good balance. Super good, looks great, guys. 15 more seconds here. Almost done. Looks super good. 3, 2, 1, boom, 30-second rest. Nice work. Okay, we're almost halfway done here. We're really close. So we've got hollow body up next. So again, what that hollow body looks like, I'm gonna hold this hollow body position, okay? If I want to have a little bit more difficulty, I take my arms and I put them up and above my head like this, and I lower down slightly so only my lower back is on the ground, my shoulders are still off the ground, my legs are just barely off the ground, right? 3, 2, 1, hollow body, go. Here we go. Remember to keep breathing through the isometrics. It's super easy to hold your breath because you're trying to keep your body really tight, but we wanna make sure that your muscles are getting oxygen to them. If they don't, then you're gonna have a hard time holding that hold. 15 more seconds here. And then we're gonna repeat the whole cycle over one more time. Nice job, keep breathing. 3, 2, 1, 30-second rest. Awesome, nice work, guys. Okay, we're halfway through. So we're gonna go back to the beginning and repeat this again. So we've got up next is lemon squeezers. So again, what lemon squeezers look like, we're in that hollow body position and we're bringing our knees up to meet our chest, right? Just like this, trying to not have our shoulders ever touch the ground or our legs ever touch the ground. We're gonna start those in 10 seconds. Okay, 3, 2, 1, lemon squeezers, here we go. Again, this is supposed to be about 65 to 70% intensity. Since it's Ramsina, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Since it's your first time, I would say that you should be focusing on maybe like 50% to 60% intensity. Try not to burn yourself out too much since it's your first time doing this with us. 5 more seconds here. 2, 1, boom, 30-second rest. Nice job. Okay, so up next, Russian twist again. So again, for Russian twist, I'm in that boat position, right? And I'm gonna rotate my torso. So I'm taking opposite hand to opposite hip. So I'm gonna rotate as much as I can on each side, touching opposite hand to opposite hip. The more upper body rotation I get, the better. I'm trying to also make sure that my feet are off the ground the whole time, okay? We're gonna get started with Russian twist in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Russian twist, here we go. Awesome, kneel, nice intensity. Looks good. Nice job, 10 more seconds here. 2, 1, 30-second rest. Nice job. Okay, up next we've got axe choppers. So again, axe choppers, my feet are at about 90-degree split. I've got my arms up and over my head. I'm gonna lower down nice and slow and controlled, and then I'm gonna explode up and go each arm on each opposite side of my leg. Then when I come back down again, I'm gonna go up again, and then in the middle, then hit my other leg and then work my way back, okay? We're gonna start axe choppers in 3, 2, 1, axe choppers, go. Nice job. Explosive up, control down. Try and make sure that our explosiveness on the way up is still dictated by your core. You're not throwing yourself and getting momentum from your upper body on your way up. So try and keep your arms stationary the whole time. You're initiating with your core, not with your arms. Try and keep those feet flat on the ground if you can too. 3, 2, 1, 30-second rest. Nice job. Okay, opposite toe touches up next. So opposite toe touches, starting laying flat on the ground with my arms up and above my head. Then I'm bringing both arms off the ground and only one leg. If I bring my left leg up, I'm touching my right arm to my left leg, so opposites. Come back down, opposite, come back down. If I can't reach my toe, that's okay. I just go to reach either my shin or my ankle. The higher you get up and off the ground with your shoulders, the better it is in terms of form. And here we go. So we're gonna start now with opposite toe touches. Go. Excellent, keep it up. Ten more seconds here. Nice job, doing great. 2, 1, rest. Good work. Okay, crunches. Crunches up next. So ankles either crossed or to the side, right? Hands making fists by my ears. Initiating with my upper abdominals, not with my upper body, not with my arms to throw myself forward, right? I'm gonna engage by crunching my upper abdominals, right? And then I'm touching my elbows to my quads each time. Not bringing my quads to me, I'm bringing my elbows to my quads, keeping my fist by my ears. 3, 2, 1, crunches, here we go. Excellent, looks great. 15 more seconds here. Three, 2, 1, 30-second rest. Nice work. Okay, up next, we've got slow bicycles. So slow bicycles, again, same idea, fist by my ears. I'm not engaging by pulling on my head at all. I'm gonna be holding this hollow body position and then pulling my opposite knee up to my opposite elbow and meeting in the middle, okay? If that's too challenging, I can keep my feet and my shoulders on the ground, and then I just pick up one leg and one shoulder to meet in the middle, opposite leg and opposite shoulder, okay? And then I switch sides each time. Okay, 3, 2, 1, start. Nice job. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, done. Good work. Okay, we've got plank is up next. So you remember plank form, right? Shoulders stacked over my elbows, over my wrists. Hands are fanned out nice and wide, shoulder width apart. Okay, feet are together, close, right? Trying to keep my back engaged the whole time so it's nice and flat. I don't want to sag down. I don't want my butt up. Okay, in 3, 2, 1, 30-second of plank. Here we go. This is minute 17 of 20. So we're in the home stretch here. You guys are doing great. 15 more seconds. Two, 1, rest. Excellent, nice work. Okay, up next, contralateral plank. So again, for contralateral, same form, except the difference is I'm taking my feet slightly wider. So my feet are more now in about like a shoulder width apart stance, and then opposite arm and opposite leg is coming up. We're gonna start with that right arm and left leg up, so that looks like this, okay? So feet about shoulder width apart, right arm, left leg up, trying to get my balance the whole time, holding this the entire time, okay? In 3, 2, 1, contralateral, go. Right arm up, left leg up. Find that balance, fan those hands out wide. It's okay if your arm and your leg is moving around a little bit in space. Remember to keep breathing through these. We've got 15 more seconds here. Nice job, form looks great. Good effort, guys. 3, 2, 1, 30-second rest. Nice job. Okay, so shake out, find your breath. We're gonna do the opposite side coming up next. It's our last contralaterals for the day. Then we just have hollow body, and then that's it. So get ready for your opposite side here of contralateral plank in about 10 seconds. So this is gonna be left arm up, right leg up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Left arm up, right leg up. Should feel that tension from point to point. So it should be that left toe all the way through to your right arm. You should feel a lot of tension. Make sure you keep breathing. Halfway through, keep it up. 10 more seconds here. Looks good, looks good. Almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, done. 30-second rest. Okay, our last one, hollow body. We're gonna hold it for slightly longer. Instead of 30 seconds, we're gonna do 45, okay? So this is our last one of the day, so we'll finish strong with 45-second hold. Again, hollow body looks like this. Shoulders are up and off the ground, neck is in a neutral position, legs are off the ground as well. For that harder variation, I'm taking my hands and I'm putting them behind my head closer to my ears and getting my shoulders a little bit lower to the ground, but still only having contact with my lower back. So get ready for hollow body in 2, 1, go. 45 seconds here. Remember to keep breathing the whole time. We got 45 seconds and then you're done for the day. $15 seconds down, 30 to go. Nice job, looking real good. Keep breathing. 15 seconds. Keep it up, keep it up. 10 seconds. Almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, done. Nice job, super good. So you can stretch out the core a little bit there by going into child's pose, and also kind of like stretch your upper abdominals with a little bit of like yoga stuff, and just roll through into chaturanga, right, like this. Okay, so if we have our legs together, I'm trying to get up. Nice and easy. If you want to stretch your forearms at the same time, you could have your palms facing out, fingers facing towards you, right? And then we're going to stretch up through like this. You should feel a nice solid stretch there. The more you're pushing your pelvis forward and your abdominals forward, the more you're going to feel a stretch through there. We can also do a little bit of child's pose. Looks like this, right? So my hands are going to walk forward. Then I'm going to sink my butt back onto my heels, keeping my shoulders tight a little bit here. Like I want to engage on my hands by pushing down so I can feel that stretch through my shoulders and my back as well. Take a little bit of time through both of those, and then we can open up our back a little bit as well. Have right leg's gonna come over my left leg like this, okay, nice and straight. And then I'm gonna try and keep both of my shoulders flat on the ground, right? And you should feel that stretch in your spine. You can do that on each side. All of these, I'm kind of rushing through these right now because we're a little bit short on time. But I would recommend holding each one of these for at least a minute or so. Nice job. Everybody did great. So again, this is Core Clinic. So we meet weekly on Tuesdays at 6 o'clock. If you could, before you leave, let me know how challenging today was. It helps me gauge and give better options before you go. On the chat box on the right, there's an option to send to everyone. You can send it privately to me. So I'm Academy host today. Is me, I'm Justin. And you can tell me on a scale of 5 how hard it was. 1 would be like, way too easy, not hard enough. 5 would be like way too challenging. Between a 3 and a 4 is the sweet spot of like, okay, this was like pretty tough, but like manageable, right? So be honest, let me know how it feels for you. And then that way I can kind of gauge how to run different classes in the future. So if you could send that to me before you leave, I'll keep the room open for maybe another minute or two. But that's about it. That's it from me. Thank you guys for coming. Again, on Thursday, I'll be running the body weight clinic, the high intensity interval training stuff. It's similar to this, but it's full body. So we don't do too much like core specific stuff. It's more like legs, upper body, shoulders, that type of stuff. We do some core work, but mostly leg and upper body. And then this is where you want to be for climbing specific core. And that's it. Sweet. And grab a quick drink of water. And then I think that's it. I'll come back in a second and then close the room. Thank you guys for coming by. And then I'll see you on Thursday if you come by, or if not, next Tuesday, we'll be back at our normal time. So 6 o'clock again on Tuesday. Thanks for coming.
Cool, thanks.
Let's see. Close the room now.